Welcome back to English Cat, your favorite podcast for practicing English naturally. I'm Emma.
And I'm Daniel. We are so happy you are here with us today. Today, we have a very touching story. It's a story that will make you think deeply about the people you love.
That's right, Daniel. This story is about hope, connection, and never giving up, even when life becomes difficult. It is perfect for B1 level learners because we use everyday English, but the emotions are very strong.
So sit back, relax, and listen carefully to the words and the feelings. Let's begin.
Our story begins in a small, quiet town by the sea. The weather is often gray, and the sound of the ocean is always present. In this town lives a young man named Leo. Leo is 24 years old, and he works in a small bookstore. He is a very kind person, but he is also very lonely. Why is he lonely, Emma? What happened to him? Well, Daniel, 2 years ago, Leo lost his grandfather. His grandfather, Arthur, was the only family he had left. Arthur was a wonderful man who taught Leo everything about books, life, and love. When Arthur passed away, a part of Leo died too. Now, Leo's life is very simple, but it is also very empty. He wakes up early, walks to the bookstore, works all day, and returns to his dark apartment. He rarely speaks to anyone.
That sounds so sad. It feels like he is just surviving, not really living.
Exactly. He is just going through the motions. He feels stuck in his sadness. Every evening, Leo walks along the beach. He listens to the waves and looks at the horizon. He remembers his grandfather's words. Leo, life is an adventure, but you have to open the door. But Leo feels like the door is locked forever. He can't move forward.
I think many people can understand that feeling. When you lose someone important, the world loses its color. It becomes gray, just like Leo's town.
Yes, Daniel. But one cold Tuesday afternoon, something unexpected happens. The rain is pouring down, and the bookstore is completely empty. Leo is cleaning the old bookshelves at the back of the store. He pulls out a very old, heavy book with a leather cover. He has never seen this book before.
Oh, a mystery. What kind of book is it?
It's an old diary, Daniel. And when Leo opens the first page, his heart stops. He recognizes the handwriting immediately. It is his grandfather's handwriting.
Wow! His grandfather's diary? Hidden in the bookstore?
Yes. And on the very first page, there is a message written directly to Leo. It says, "To my dear Leo, if you are reading this, it means I am gone and you are feeling lost. Do not be afraid. Follow the map inside this book. It will lead you to the secret I never told you. It will lead you back to life."
Oh my goodness! A secret? A map? This changes everything for Leo.
It really does. Inside the book, there is a hand-drawn map of the cliffs near the ocean. Leo's hands are shaking. He feels a mix of intense fear and sudden hope. What did his grandfather hide? What is the secret?
I am so curious. But the weather outside is getting worse, and the sun is going down. What will Leo do? Will he go look for the secret right now? Or will he wait?
Well, listeners, Leo looks out the window at the dark, stormy sea. He holds the diary close to his chest. He has to make a choice, and what he decides to do next will change his life forever.
Wow, what an amazing start. Make sure to stay with us for part 2, where Leo begins his difficult journey into the unknown.
Welcome to part 2. Let's find out what Leo decides to do.
I can't wait, Emma. I am really worried about him. Going out into a storm sounds dangerous.
It is dangerous, Daniel, but the desire to connect with his grandfather is stronger than his fear. Leo locks the bookstore, puts on his heavy coat, and steps out into the cold rain. He holds the old diary tightly inside his pocket. The map leads him away from the town, up toward the high cliffs that look over the stormy ocean. The wind is blowing incredibly hard. It is difficult to walk, and the path is very muddy and slippery. Leo falls down twice, hurting his knee. He feels exhausted and cold. The negative thoughts start to enter his mind. He thinks, why am I doing this? This is crazy. My grandfather is gone. A map cannot bring him back.
That is a very natural reaction. When we try to change our lives or do something difficult, we often want to give up. The obstacles feel too big.
Yes, he wants to turn back. He stops on the dark path, crying. The rain washes away his tears. He feels completely alone. But just as he is about to turn around, he sees a small light moving toward him from the top of the cliff.
A light? Who else could be out there in this terrible weather?
A woman appears from the darkness. She is holding a lantern. She looks older, maybe around 60, with kind eyes and a warm smile. Her name is Clara. Clara recognizes Leo because she lives in a small cottage near the cliffs. She says, "Leo, what are you doing out here in the storm? You look frozen. Come inside."
Wow. A helper appears when he needs it most. That is beautiful.
It really is. Clara brings Leo into her warm cottage. There is a fire burning in the fireplace, and the smell of hot tea fills the room. Leo sits by the fire, shivering. Clara gives him a warm blanket and a cup of tea. Leo feels safe for the first time in 2 years. He decides to show Clara the old diary and the map.
How does Clara react? Does she know about the map?
When Clara sees the diary, her eyes fill with tears. She looks at Leo and softly says, "I knew Arthur. He was a great friend. He talked about you all the time, Leo. He loved you so much." Clara explains that Arthur spent the last months of his life preparing something special on the cliffs, but he became too sick to finish it.
Oh, so Clara knows what is at the end of the map.
She knows the place, but she doesn't know what Arthur hid there. She tells Leo, "The path ahead is very steep and dangerous, especially tonight. But your grandfather believed in your strength. He wanted you to find it."
This builds so much emotional tension. Leo is warm and safe now, but the secret is still out there in the dark.
Exactly. Clara tells him he can sleep on her sofa and wait for the morning. But Leo looks out the window. The storm is starting to clear, and the moon is coming out. He feels a sudden energy in his heart. He doesn't want to wait. He has to know. He looks at Clara and makes a major decision. He says, "Thank you, Clara, but I must go now. I need to finish this tonight."
Oh, he is going back out. He is choosing to face his fears right now.
Yes, he is. Clara smiles and hands him her lantern. She says, "Follow the light, Leo. You are stronger than you think." Leo steps back into the night, holding the lantern high.
Wow, what a powerful moment. Leo is finally taking control of his life. But what will he find at the top of the cliff?
We will find out in part 3, listeners. The turning point of Leo's life is just moments away. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to English Cat. This is part 3 of our story. Leo is walking up the steep cliff in the moonlight, holding Clara's lantern. Emma, what happens next?
Well, Daniel, Leo follows the map carefully. The air is cold and crisp after the rain. The moon reflects on the ocean water below. It looks beautiful, but the cliff is very high and frightening. Finally, the map tells him to stop at the very edge of the highest cliff. According to the map, the secret is hidden inside a small wooden box under a large, ancient stone. Leo finds the stone. He kneels on the wet grass and starts digging with his bare hands. His fingers are cold and bleeding, but he doesn't care. He digs and digs until his fingers hit something hard. It is the wooden box. He found it! Oh, I am holding my breath. What is inside the box? Leo pulls the box out. It is locked, but the key is attached to the back of the diary. He takes the key, puts it into the lock, and turns it. Click. He opens the box. But inside, there are no gold coins, no expensive treasures. There are only 2 things: a key to an old wooden cabin nearby, and a beautiful silver pocket watch. A pocket watch? Is that all? Wait, Daniel. It's not just a watch. When Leo picks up the watch, he realizes it is broken. The hands do not move. It is stopped at exactly 3 o'clock. Leo feels a sudden wave of deep disappointment and anger. He thinks, I walked through a storm. I hurt my hands. risked my life for a broken watch. He feels a major setback. He feels like his grandfather played a cruel trick on him. He throws the watch onto the ground and starts to sob.
Oh no. He feels hopeless again. This is a very dark moment for Leo. He feels abandoned by his grandfather's memory.
Yes. He cries out into the ocean. He feels completely broken. But as he cries, the wind catches a small piece of paper that fell out of the box. The paper rolls near his foot. Leo picks it up. It is a letter. He opens it and reads his grandfather's final emotional truth.
What does the letter say?
The letter says, "Dear Leo, this watch belonged to my father. It broke on the day you were born. I never fixed it because for me, time stopped mattering when you arrived. You were my greatest joy. If you are reading this, you are on the cliff, and you are likely angry with me. You think the watch is useless because it is broken. But look around you, Leo. Look at the sky. Look at the ocean. You are standing. You survived the storm. The watch represents your grief. Your life feels broken right now, stopped in the past. But you have the key to the cabin. Inside that cabin are tools and materials. I want you to learn how to fix things. Fix the watch, Leo. And in doing so, fix your life. Time hasn't stopped for you. Step into the future.
Wow. That is incredibly beautiful. His grandfather didn't want to give him a treasure. He wanted to give him a purpose.
Exactly, Daniel. This is the ultimate turning point. Sitting on that cold cliff, Leo realizes something profound. His grandfather didn't want him to live in sadness. He wanted him to be resilient. Leo looks at his bleeding hands. Then he looks at the silver watch on the grass. He picks it up gently and wipes the dirt off it. He stands up. He doesn't feel weak anymore. He feels an incredible sense of personal growth.
He sees a hopeful moment in the darkness.
Yes, he looks toward the trees and sees the small wooden cabin his grandfather mentioned. He walks toward it, holding the key. He is ready to rebuild his life.
This is so inspiring. But how will Leo learn to fix a broken watch? And how will he change his life in the town? Let's find out in the final part of our story.
Welcome back to the final part of our story on English Cat. Leo has found the cabin, the broken watch, and his grandfather's letter.
A new chapter of Leo's life is beginning. I am so excited to hear how this ends, Emma.
Over the next 6 months, Leo's life changes completely. Every evening after finishing his work at the bookstore, Leo goes up to the cabin on the cliff. Inside the cabin, he finds hundreds of old watchmaker tools, books about mechanics, and delicate pieces of clockwork. His grandfather had prepared everything for him. At first, it is extremely difficult. The pieces are tiny and Leo's hands are clumsy. He fails many, many times. He wants to give up, but every time he feels frustrated, he remembers the storm on the cliff and his grandfather's words, "You are stronger than you think." He practices patience. He learns to breathe through the difficulty.
He is learning a great life lesson. Fixing something beautiful takes time, patience, and effort. It doesn't happen overnight.
Yes, Daniel. And as he works on the watch, something beautiful happens inside him. His internal conflict begins to resolve. The gray cloud over his mind starts to lift. He begins to talk to the customers at the bookstore. He smiles more. He even invites Clara, the kind woman from the cliff, to the bookstore for tea. He connects with people again. He is no longer hiding from the world.
That is the real reunion. He is reuniting with life itself and with the memory of his grandfather in a healthy, happy way.
Exactly. Finally, exactly 6 months after the night of the storm, Leo is sitting in the cabin. The sun is setting over the ocean, painting the sky in beautiful colors of orange and pink. Leo places the final, tiny wheel into the silver pocket watch. He closes the back of the case. He holds his breath.
Does it work?
Tick, 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 tick.
Oh, wow. It works.
The watch starts ticking perfectly. The sound is small, but it fills the whole cabin. Tears of pure joy roll down Leo's face. He holds the ticking watch to his ear. He feels an incredible sense of achievement. He whispers, "Thank you, Grandfather. I am back."
What a heartwarming conclusion. He fixed the watch, and he fixed his heart.
Yes, Daniel. The final life lesson of this story is that we all experience storms in life. We all experience loss and sadness that make us feel like time has stopped. But we cannot stay broken forever. We have the tools inside us: hope, resilience, and the love of the people who care about us to fix our lives and move forward.
That is a beautiful message for all our listeners today. No matter how difficult your life feels right now, remember that you can step into the future. You can find your purpose again.
Leo now runs a small watch repair corner inside his bookstore. The store is full of life, laughter, and ticking clocks. He is happy.
Thank you so much for listening to this emotional story on English Cat. We hope you enjoyed practicing your English with us today. Did you understand the story? How did it make you feel? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts with us.
Yes, we love reading your comments. Remember to subscribe to English Cat for more listening practice stories. Keep practicing, keep learning, and never give up. Until next time,
Goodbye.